Hello, everyone. Make sure I get these numbers right. What's up, Silhouette? All right, let's make sure I'm not flickering too much today. All right. Hey, so I've been playing around with this. We'll probably stick to this view for a while. Got to bring this way up. Cool. So that's step one. It's so dark. I'm dark? What's up, Andres? Let's see, I can bring this up a little. Full blow. There we go. Can you see me? I'm going to be a little flickery today. I'll get better with the green screen effect. We can see. It wants to flicker. So we'll probably make it flicker less as time goes by, but this is where we're at. What's up is we're going to do some neovim stuff today. Should be fun. We've messed with this a couple times on stream, so I want to try to make a good use of my maybe hour, maybe 90 minutes. We'll see how far I can go today, and we'll spend some time breaking this down. So, and then let's see, what do we do? We got auto commands, we got AI, drop down. We are just going to go ahead and feature neovim group of updates, new plugins. All right. So, for those that aren't familiar and haven't been around in the group chat, we're on Discord. We're talking about neovim a lot lately. And I think it's time for me to try to spin up my own configuration this time. I know most of these tools pretty well, but I've been slacking on getting my opinions to be brought into my neovim config. So I think it'll be fun to break this down and come up with something useful. Maybe my workday tomorrow can be productive by getting all the basics put in place. But I think for today, I'm going to work on a entry point that will help me switch between my neovim configs. So what I tend to do with like sesh config is the default gets swapped out instead of this. Nice, Mark. You're going to do it along with me. I love that. Some snacks, some minis. Nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some sort of do neovim picker and binaries. Let's touch in neovim picker and let's bash. What is this like? We're going to go ahead and make this executable in neovim picker. And we basically want to ask for which we need to use. So it'll be like choice equals, what do we want? We want lazy. Lazy vim or Medeski vim. All right, so this might be enough, right? Does this actually work? All right, let's get this right. So we have all right, quickly. how do I all right, Medeski and then no. All right. And then we're going to select it. So if my choice is neovim, then we're going to echo. We're going to make neovim app name. Otherwise, I can't spell today. How are you guys doing? Andres, have you been switching anything to snacks or anything else like that lately? Yeah, you have a script. Thanks, Mark. I could just look for that. That's exactly what I'm looking for. All right, but this is going to give me more than I expected. But thanks, I appreciate it. So we just call it, right? Should be fine, right? All right, so let's see, engine picker. The only problem is it's going to be the whole, maybe we'll start with jam. All right, that should work fine. Syntax on picker. Yeah. Cool. That works. So I need to update binaries. Use neovim picker, and then we're going to do some adjustments to Emacs UI configuration. Cool. So I like to start with a fresh slate today. Let's kind of jump back to this. What's up, Ian? Ian's here, everybody. All right, we're doing it. So We're not doing Lazy Vim. We are doing Kickstarter. The way that I see it, Ian, I kind of want your feedback on this too. I think most of you are going to give me useful feedback here. I kind of just want to do Kickstarter. Start with the basics. Oh yeah, you're working hard on a Friday, huh? I want to start with the basics of like kickstart.nvim, put the basics in, put my color scheme in, begin to add some plugins. And I feel like over time, I should be able to break things out into different files as I see fit in the future, but it doesn't really matter as I get started. Mark, I think you told me you moved over to Kickstart recently. So I'm just curious how that journey is going for you. Let's close some of these. So I'll probably just get started. Yeah, and it was easy for you to get started, Mark? Like you're happy with the amount of flexibility that you have without feeling like you were locked into anything, which I don't know why you would with something like Kickstart. So where's the actual instructions? We want to, part of me wants to swap out my old config for the new one so that the new one's the default automatically, and it'll sort of force me to get going with the new config a lot faster. You like to start from scratch? Yeah. The only problem with that, Andres, is there's so much I have to do that it seems time consuming to go through all of that. Hey, what's up, Emil? Yes, sir. Look at this. Look at this moon lander. That's right. Yeah, so I've been using ZSA's boards since like 2013 or 14. I can't remember when I bought it. I spent almost a decade now using their keyboards. So I think it would probably be useful for me to make a video on it one day. I know you guys like keyboard videos, all us nerds out here talking about keyboards. So I definitely get what you mean, Emil. I'm gonna take your comment to heart and look into what kind of advice I can give. But while I'm sort of getting going here, I'm just going to kind of get things going by typing things out. What I will say is I like to keep the Moonlander mostly similar to my traditional keyboard. I have found that doing some over modifications and like completely changing things around is not worth it for me because I don't use the Moonlander as my only keyboard. I do use other keyboards. It is my primary board, but I find QWERTY and Command Alt, Control. I don't use home rows as much as I hoped I would. In fact, I still sort of type poorly with home rows enabled. I find that I like to keep it simple. All right, so we're going to go Vim. All right, Ian, here we go. Medeski Vim. Oh, you just got yours. Awesome. How exciting. That is very exciting. Too many arguments. Oh, hilarious. Git clone, git clone. And so what I like to do is copy nvim AI mvarc. So I think oil's probably the first thing I'll add, and then I'll get Capuchin working. Yes, me and Mark talked about our moonlanders in an interview I did with Mark. So if you go to my YouTube channel and look up Mark Huggins, you'll see me and Mark's conversation around Tmux and neovim and all that. And we did have a really good, interesting moment discussing our moonlanders for a little while, didn't we? Excuse me. So Andres, I'm liking the idea that I can strip out as much as Kickstart as I want. Excuse me. So Ian, I have a shortcut for sesh. So sesh clone, there's a sesh clone command for those that don't know. And sesh clone will clone the thing and then start the server, start a project immediately, which is I've already not done. What I realistically need to do first is move this to neovim medeski vim to my c.files config. And I need to, not that I need to stow. Is it stow? What is happening? Stow, here we go. And what that should have done is neovim medeski vim is now in my dot files. Oh, I need to close that. And I need to remove the Git repository. And what's funny, Ian, is you have your neovim config as a Git submodule on your dot files, I noticed. Have you liked that approach so far, to like have it be its own thing? TJ has added a bunch of the things to Kickstarter since I bootstrapped mine based on the plugins it just installed for you. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's funny. You like the separate repo though, right? That's what I'm asking. Like, did you find that everything being just dot files was like not a great choice for you, or was it a great choice? Here. And then we're gonna dir env allow. It was a recent change, I see. What did you like about it? You were doing a fresh start as well. Look at us all taking fresh starts. It is a new year, huh? 2025, time for Josh to have his own config. All right, so we're gonna neovim this and we're gonna edit init, right? And basically, I think the only way for me to get around here confidently is to have something simple like oil set up. So oil, oh, actually, let's go to neovim config, oil, cool. And so basically, did I commit this yet? Let's get rid of the GitHub. What is this? This license style git ignore envarc feach neovim add kickstart base. Cool. Does Copilot allow you to accept certain hunks? I haven't been playing around with like multiple git diff buffers. I tend to keep my workflows with Copilot tooling pretty concise, where it's like, I'm going to do one thing, do it. I haven't gotten into the point where I want it to do multiple sections of code all at the same time. So it's an interesting question. I unfortunately don't have a good answer. Okay, so how does this work? We have Lua. Let's just Yazzie this. We have custom plugins, right? Does it run everything in custom plugins, Ian? I feel like I might just start with custom plugins just to keep things simple. We're gonna go oil. Yeah, man. Yeah, it was pretty good. I've been happy with the AI video. People have said nice things. I appreciate you for checking it out and coming on the live stream. I still am using it a lot. Copilot Chat has a lot of great features since my neovim talk last year. I think there's somewhere that it's all commented out. Yeah, so you can uncomment it. Yeah, got it. I see. So it's not going to be there yet. I have to go up to init. How does this work? I need to go up to here, neovim, init, custom plugins, right? This is what I was thinking, Ian. Last time I was doing the jam stuff and was trying to come up with my version of what snacks might be for myself. I kind of just want a folder of like ingredients where you go into my folder and I'm giving you, you click on what you want and then you go, great, here's this file that I can copy and paste into my config and do what I want with it. So that was my original idea. All right, so then I can get around. Great. So what we really want to do is get capuchin. And really what that's going to look like is the color scheme shows up in the config lazy color scheme. So it's options, right? All right, you can easily change different color scheme. So this becomes copy that way. Capuchin. I don't want to do that. I do want capuchin. There's a whole bunch of stuff I do with my capuchin. There we go. So this gets moved up here, and we'll do priority 2, and we'll do all of that. And I think that's all I got to do, right? Am I running into an extra capuchin? Yeah. All right, cool. Is that it? Do I break anything by doing that? Failed to run config. Module config not found. Config. Color scheme. Config colors. Oh, I see. Theme colors come from. How does this work? Where does this one come from? Oh, it's a file. Yeah. So what could be fun is not doing that. To do add sesh custom color scheme overrides. Ooh, Ian, this is going to be awesome. I'm excited. Who's still using Western? I want to keep Capuchin, but like throw in any color scheme I want on top of it. And all you have to do basically is override the colors. So if you assign a Lua table with these values, you can do whatever you want. You can have any color scheme. So if you want, Tokyo Night, just put Tokyo Night colors here. And I'm going to use AI to auto-generate these for me. It'll be fun. We did this over a year ago. We did this sort of like AI to color scheme. Give me these colors and then put them in this output. And I've learned a lot about AI prompting since then. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be dope. Check it out. All right, so that's that. Transparent. There's like a transparent plugin that I used. Let's, is this enough? Look at that. We got a working thing. And then Lua line. So basically I'm going to take my, no, we're going to go to init, Lua line. How is the bottom, how is this bottom designed by Kickstart? Does anyone know? I'm sure I can find it just by looking. Status line, mini. Cool. Mini's fine. Your favorite, Ian, it's mini. I'm gonna go ahead and, I'm just gonna do this. Now that I have everything set up the way I want, we're gonna go custom plugins, lualine.lua, and we're just gonna return this. And look at that, config, something's wrong. Icons, oh, I see. So I'll have to Lualine to do replace with my icon sets. Cool. Install what? Yeah, install Minion Snacks and you're done. All right, so should we add a file picker? Is he even talking about failed run config for Lualine? Oh, it still wants it. Lua, Kickstart, plugins. Oh, not plugins, custom. Do I need to replace this with nothing? Oh, I see. All right. I guess I could just rip the symbols for now. It's not a big deal. So added, untracked, modified, removed. Added tmux. You guys get to see. No, it's gitmux. All right, so let's grab these guys. Added is this guy. It's fine. Should auto format, right? Untracked is untracked. Modified. And removed. Deletions. Fine. And I kind of want to just do this now. I liked the idea of, if you guys can't tell, I like emojis. So like alarm, what is it? Red light. This one. I have an idea for this one. The thinking. Info. Info. Oh, it's gonna give me. It's gonna complain. Info. Can I give me who's the generic person tipping hand? And then warning. I've really gotten into emojis lately. They're just fun. All right. So what do we need? We need commas. This should just work now, right? Lua custom blue line. Nice. Required to do comments. Yeah, I know. It's supposed to show to do. Did I disable this? Oh, I did. To do's. What's down here? To do's. So this one's kind of fun. Oh, I remember. It does the whole project, which isn't necessarily what we're going for. It like counts 5 as like all of the to-dos of the whole project. So that's kind of fun. All right, so we'll changes detected. Well, why isn't it actually going away? All right, so now I really want the snacks picker. How do I add just the snacks picker? Like this. Snacks custom plugin. All right, Ian, it's happening. It's happening. We're getting snacks picker. So what? We bind it to, I want the history one. Someone posted it today. Here it is. Smart, right? So I have this object. Do I pass this object into the... Oh, there's a lot. Picker pick. Right? Has anyone been doing this already? Let's go back to comments. Woohoo! Into pickers. So I just assign it in the object. Yeah, okay. So this needs to be named. Config. Sources, previews when, there's one called pickers, right? Icons, pickers. Yeah, this is what I was expecting. So there was one called smart. Is he saying it's here or he's not saying it's here? Buffers. This is interesting. I don't know if I like this. Smart. So he has picker smart. Snack options. Yeah. So we're going to pick it by defining a custom binding. Snacks picker. No, I'm not going to do it in a binding. I'm going to set up an auto command. not an auto command. I want to create my neovim config. I want a go to file. This basically, a vim command is going to be set up. I don't mind doing it here. Undefined type. Oh, because I haven't installed it yet, right? Picker smart. Oh, I'm not going to be able to use this. Convert lazy vim.nvim config to assign the vim.command. Oh, that's funny. That is not what I wanted to do. Can I create commands? Or do I? Snacks, let's go. So this go-to file, basically, I want go-to file to be able to assign. How would I assign my command? Yeah, create user command. Yeah. This is right. The question is, where do I put it? Do I need to just put it in the init file? Because once we get this going, I'm really going to be able to incremental commands, set commands, key maps, auto commands. We want to make auto commands. Maybe after options. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to figure that out. So let's just bind it for today and just see what happens. And then if I get it working, I can be more productive. Oh, I'm back in the wrong place. All right, Lua, Kickstart, plugins. I really want to go there, don't I? Snacks. All right, let's just do what he said. All right, cool. So is that enough? What is, I haven't actually set up. Have I set up smart? Smart wouldn't be here, right? Is SS assigned? I can start there. Or leader SS. Symbols. Well, the fun part about this is I get to do whatever I want. So we're going to do no buffer sound with provider options. Kickstart, plugins. Okay, that's something. That's something. All right, so then I want to configure options preview. Is this because it's too big? It is. I don't mind double space for now. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate that. And then pretty much all of this just goes away. You ready for this though? I have ASCII. I can say Medeski Vim. And it automatically gives me this little website so that I can paste this in. So we're just going to go down. I don't need any of this. For those that are wondering, how did I do that? How did I get this text on all my dot files? You guys have seen this before. Wes term, right? Wes term. Wes term, right? So you've seen this before. Some of you have seen it. Must be first. Have nerd fault true. All right. So now it becomes one of those things that I just need to like learn all of my plugins. Boolean. So this one's great because init. Why isn't this giving me any files? Find existing buffers. That is not what I configured. Find existing buffers. Why does it want that? Interesting. I'll have to play around with this. I don't think I like these bindings. I'm going to have to create my own. Okay. I have time. I have time to pick it out. But now I don't understand. Why is it doing something completely different than what we had set up? Lua, custom plugins, snacks. Files. Find files. Space. Oh, it must be init. So these are all built-ins to Telescope. So we need to turn all this off. Which I don't really need to deal with any of this because configure Telescope. Nope, that's going away. Telescope key map. Telescope, go away. All right, and then what was at the end of this? This is a config for more Telescope. Oh, there's another one. All right. So Telescope goes away. And then we need to sync this. And then, yeah. Nice. So I actually want size, position. Has anyone tried changing the default like positioning of the actual picker, because I recently changed it. I probably don't need to mess with it today. Layout. Cycle true. Full screen. That's what I want. Okay. So we're going to do full screen. Check this out. I just like it, personally. Have you seen that my Tmux now fills up everything? I have some padding on it because I'm on a big screen, which maybe it can be argued that this is all right. And then border. Yep, that's layout. Layout, border. This is for another day. This is not important when we think about all the things I need to be productive. That is not one of them. All right, so what we're looking at here is I should hit Control A to toggle these. So that's one thing I use a lot that I'm really glad to have. That one's called bool. We don't care about that. We don't care about that. We don't care about that. I guess, is it going to be comp that's used here? Comp is what's built in. So that's where it's like, hey, do we want to switch to blink? Then I got to do something completely different. So it's good to keep in mind, and then maybe I'll switch to blink. Do you guys find that blink is better? I know Dr. K. Garrett was talking about, I think he was talking about like it's quirky, which I get that quirkiness. So switch to blink. Cool. Honestly, I'm going to be pretty good at this point already. I do want dark notify. So we're going to go here. And I think I'm just going to add dark notify here. So this one's really cool. If you guys want a little flashbang, watch out. I'm going to throw a flashbang at you here in a few seconds. Let's see if it works out of the box. So what I should be able to do is, you ready? We're going to switch to light mode. Oh God, light mode. And let's see, does any of this feel useful yet? It's definitely legible. It's definitely legible. And then if we go back, yeah, okay. So I think it's working. Yeah, it's definitely working, because that would be illegible. Kind of cool, huh? See my backgrounds change. That's kind of fun. More on that in the near future. Nerd font's true. Numbers false, please. Show. All right, so I have this whole options file. I don't know if I should just take all my options. I have a bunch of them. And I might have to figure out if any of these are duplicates. It would probably be good to add update config lazy key maps. These are pretty great. Oh, there's a ton in here. Tab is one of my favorites. Ian, I think you're familiar with this one. I like a lot of ZZing. So when I want to go to the next, it goes to the next and centers the screen automatically. These are great. Oh, Ritesh, yeah. A lot of breaking recently, yeah. I get that. All right, so let's just keep those Vim key maps. Buffers. Line numbers. This one I really like. Some of these I don't use all the time. Yeah, it's like a simple quality of life thing. It only takes a few seconds to add, but when you do, it like really, I think it really changes things. So let's see, require. What is it saying? Detach while processing LSP attachment auto command. Oh. No, wait, hold on. These are already in snacks, aren't they? Go to definition. Cool. All right, so then these all need to. How is there more telescope? Is this all LSP stuff? It is. Ensure snacks. Snacks. Look here. I'll probably make, typically what you do is, oh, this is called later, so it should already exist. Oh, this is LSP buff rename. It's really just the telescope stuff that we want to get rid of. You like these, Mark? Yeah, they're good. Yeah, they're solid, and I think that they show up clearly when you look at them. So we're not enabling telescope. Or use telescope. All right, let's see. Do we get... I love get signs. I love me some get signs. So we will get signs. Use this. These are so satisfying. Look at these dots. So when I go to open up a file, they show up like this, very minimal, but the color is always bright enough that I know what's going on, and the color changes if I delete something. It shows a modified line and things like that. So it works well for me. Kickstart plugins, get signs. Wait, hold on. See ya, Andres. Yeah, man, it's late. I totally get it. Oh, move selection up. Yeah, Mark. Good old, that's a pretty good one. I do like that one. I haven't used it in a while. Do I have that already? I do like that. I think I'll probably take that from you. Very cool. Why is there two get signs? If I want to search grep, it shows up there, and there. Interesting. So the Kickstart plugins also has it. What is this saying? I probably need all of these guys back. So these are pretty simple. Going to hunks, I have things like staging buffers, resetting buffers I use a lot. So I had a few things that need to be changed, right? Yeah, so from up here, true sitter, kickstart, import plugins, and then it ends. Is this just like the next thing? Is that what's going on here? Or the UI was tied to, now I just got to go back, don't I? What have I done? What have I done? Setup, there's the parenthesis. Did it go away? UI, the parenthesis went away. I don't know why. Maybe because I had a bad config or something and it was like, what are you doing? Don't do that. Lazy. Here, setup. And then it ends. So it is supposed to be hilarious. I screwed something up. How about we go into here and we add key maps. What are you saying, Ian? Probably cover most of what you use get signs for. I might add that to my to-do list of things to remove. So you want to remove things you're doing with another tool? Is that what you're saying? You do other things? I think I'll just... Oh, did I commit something bad? Why does that matter? Now I'm confused why that matters. Oh, you want to swap out many different... Oh, I see. So those tools offer that already. So I get it. I mean, I already see... If I just start up here, I could just swap out get signs for mini diff and mini get. I got you. Well, let's try to be productive here, right? So we're not actually being productive now. Not important. I don't use that anymore. NeoGit is pretty great. Part of me thinks I'll add that back to my workflow, but let's see how far I get without it. A lot of this starts to go away. I personally am a big fan of UFO, so custom UFO.lua NeoGit is a like lazy git-esque tool that lets you do stuff. It actually does a much better job. So if I like want to rebase interactively, I can hit like fix up, squash, drop, all with single letters. Let's say reword, and exec. No, not exec, drop. So it's a little bit more streamlined in some cases. And if I want to commit, something, I can, add it. Let's go ahead and kill all this in Vim. Lazy. Oh, I gotta go back. All right, so here I am, UFO. It's just a nice tool that gives you things like you can commit, you can stage, you can do like, it's kind of like Magit. If you ever, or Magit, I called it Magit. I used it on Emacs back in the day. Great, great, great software. It worked differently than LazyGit. It was a little bit more inline kind of things, and I did like it, but I'm sort of learning to balance those things. I'm actually thinking about something we talked about today. So plugins, Octo. How far have I gotten? Octo. Nice. So fun fact, it looks like I broke something. I really like to use space O for Octo. Oh, and the picker won't be here. Interesting. Add snacks support to octo.nvim. Because I didn't want to memorize all the octo commands. I also didn't want to bind them to like every single thing that I need to do to like mess with octo commands. And so I just have this like picker where I just hit space O and it asks me, what do I want to do? I want to start a review, or what are all the review commands? I just type review. And so it makes it a lot simpler to get through it. But someone talked about gh.nvim. Hey, look, get him in the terminal. Josh Radetsky shows up. That's cool. Why do I show up first on Perplexity's AI? That's interesting. Oh, look at this. It goes through my blog posts and tells me everything that I wrote. That's hilarious. This isn't my search engine. This is called Perplexity. That's hilarious. So what, we go to GitHub. What do we do here? gh.nvim. Someone talked about it. Fully featured integration for performing code reviews in neovim. So this is someone did something different than me. I'll have to learn this. I don't actually know how this works. Cool. Well, we'll put this down to learn. So cool. All right. We've got oil. We got a file picker. All right, what else do I need? Oil. Tmux, Navigator. We can't forget this. All right. So we'll go back. We will create this. What is this? Oh, it's going to be the telescope thing, isn't it? I didn't actually get rid of it earlier. All right, so we're going to fix this guy. Let's try this again. All right, and then how do I clear the... There's like a current line set. All right, let's try this again. Init. How do I tell? I want the current line to be cleared. Cursor line, yeah, cursor line. Is it cursor line? Cursor line number, incline, no. So do you see how in my new config, the current line is highlighted? I don't want that. Vim opt cursor line. Oh, it is that, okay. Vim opt cursor line false. No, it's still there. Is it like a... It's always one of those little things that I'm like, why does this happen? Is it O? That was it. It was O, not opt. All right, cool. I would really like my command buttons back. So I don't know what that's about. So when I hit Command P, anyone that came from a different code editor over the last 10 years probably knows about Command P, I get my file picker. So I probably could just assign them at the bottom. Probably. I had put them here before. So maybe I'll just put them like, where do I put them? I don't know what this is about. So this is setup, and then it's a secondary option. Oh, I see. And they're saying that I might expect these things. Yeah, all right. So where does this go? These are all my options. I can just assign them. I'll probably just assign them then, like at the top. It's not the end of the world if I do this. So instead of this, it'll be Lua snacks dot what? Let's split and we'll do snacks grep. So like go to grep. So it's going to be Lua snacks dot picker dot grep. And then smarco2, this goes away. I'm not using it anymore. Symbols, LSP symbols. So that's this guy. Go to file is smart. Find files. What is it? Files. Files. Oh, that's command. Files, and then commands are command history. That should be fine. Till that, command history. All right. Let's do vim. Do vim. Hey, it worked. Okay, so then there's that, and then there's that. Cool. I like it. So I get that back. So for those that are curious, like snacks is gonna load before I hit Command P. That's easy. All right, so let's make sure we more plugins and command bindings. I probably will get Brave and just swap these out so that lazy vim is my old one. And just start using this today, and then as my workday, or tomorrow, and as my workday goes by, I'll find my pain points. Because the moment that I want to like look in my neovim config, you just go into it and you just mess with all of it. All right, auto commands, these are great. Let's see, tmux, yazzie. What is this one? Fish config, aerospace. Do I have aerospace twice? Silent aerospace config, sketchy bar. Damn. Ghosty. I don't know why Ghosty does a config like this. I'm still not sure about that. That was weird to me. All right, let's make sure that our splitter works. So if I do a new tab and I hit Control, you should be able to go back and forth. Cool beans. If I hit Command G, I get what I want. If I hit Command B, I should get what I want. Oh yeah, Ian. He explains why it's basically TOML. It's TOML. If I set TOML, it's a realistic syntax. So that's what threw me off. Boo Boo's going away. I don't need any of these anymore. All right. So then this goes here. Auto commands. Custom parsing logic that apparently is quicker than TOML or anything else. So he's gaining. Is it technically not TOML? It's technically custom. So he's just being a huge nerd and creating his own config. So I can add his syntax highlighting with like tree sitter or something. All right, interesting. Icons, key maps. I feel like we got a lot of the key maps. I'll have to verify. So this won't go away anytime soon. I'll probably put Copilot in here. So let's get Copilot chat back. So this is custom plugins, Copilot chat. Nice. And then my completion library is just Copilot, so we'll do that. Copilot, oops, did that twice. Dosini? What is Dosini? You just set this at the top of the file, right, Mark? I'm pretty sure that's how Vim just like, if you put it at the top, it'll go, oh, hey, yeah, this is your file. We can try it. Ghosty config, right? You just do like this. I don't think this colon at the end is supposed to be there, isn't it? DOS ini. I might be too young for that. I remember DOS a little bit, but I didn't have computers at that age that I could mess with DOS. Plus, I wasn't much of a programmer till college. so I wasn't like nerding back in my like, young adolescence. So I need to what? How about we swap this sucker out? Because my go-to file's working, which really is all I care about for those that don't know, and the way that I use Sesh. By the way, is anyone else doing this? Is anyone else doing this default open the file picker whenever you start up a project, go to file? I'm just curious if like anyone else is following this pattern. I think for now, I'm pretty happy with this being the default, and we should swap out. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. And I think lazy Vim, funny enough, we're leaving lazy Vim. Lazy Vim actually tells me what it is that I want to swap out in the install. Hey, there's Elijah. We should get Elijah to hang out with us soon. I think he's doing okay. He's been a little quiet lately. Here we go. We are going to delete these guys, move my files around, purge old configs, and tomorrow morning is going to be interesting. We're just going to kind of get going with my workday. As long as my key bindings are the same, it's not really going to matter. It's funny, even this stream tonight, it wasn't that hard to like get around. It was a little slower, but it wasn't like harder or more complicated. So that share state cache, let's do it. Let's totally do it. So Mark, I get what you're saying, man. But like when I pick a project, like let's pick a project like like my project, like my website, I just choose the website and the picker shows itself. I don't wait for the prompt and then type 3 more letters and then hit enter. My default is a file picker for all of my sesh projects. Now there are specific ones that I might overwrite, like MacMon, right? And MacMon will run this MacMon project and track my things, right? Or downloads, right, will open up the file picker automatically. So there are some cases, or like tmux_config will open up the tmux_config file. So if there's like a single file I always know I want to go to, it's the default. But for all of my other projects, I just hit Command K, I ask for the thing like Ghosty, and then it just pulls up that, right? So it's been great. It's been so helpful to have it done in that order. Okay, so we're going to close all this out. There's more I could add. We're going to go ahead and kill the tmux server. We're going to cd into config. We're going to remove. Are we going to remove? We're going to cd into jam.envim. Part of me wants to like, I think I'm just going to go here. Jam_envim is going away. So we're going to remove envim. And then I'm going to make a dir in my downloads folder and call it legacy envim configs. And we're going to move envim AI. You guys remember this envim AI? We did that. We messed with that one before the neovim talk. That was fun. We just got to kill the server sometimes, Ian. It's just got to go. So envim AI. I think I'm just going to open this. Oh, no. Let's go here, new window. We're going to go to config. Sometimes this is just the best way to get around. So kickstart, jam, Ian, fire, launch, all goes in here. What are we left with? Envim and medeskivim. Okay, so we're going to remove envim, medeskivim. Can I just remove? I don't want to delete. Mark, you're at the end of your day, huh, man? All right. Thanks for coming and hanging out. I'm sure we're going to talk neovim more, so feel free to come back. The next live stream, we might be messing with this for a little bit longer, but I'll see you in the Discord server, man. Can get a tmux. Medeskivim. All right, cool. Did I actually lose anything? We're going to keep killing the server, aren't we? cd.files, cd config. We're going to open this guy. Envim, medeskivim, jam_envim, downloads. There we go. And then we're going to move. This is the fun part, isn't it? So we need to oops, I didn't mean to do that. We're going to lazy get. Add file type for Vim. We are deleting that. I think I'll just call it lazy Vim. Remove old other commands. Add AI plugins. Add go to file as default back to sesh. All right, so step 1 is move NVim to lazy Vim. And that becomes lazy Vim. Feature chore. And then we're going to move NVim Medeski Vim to NVim. This is the new default. And we are going to remove these. So we've got local share. I first switched, you had an alias for that. Yeah. I'll probably make an alias for it just so that I can quickly switch to that when I want it. Vim, fire NVim, fire Vim, Ian, jam, kick, start, Medeski, and NVim. Look at all these. I'm going to save up so much space on my computer. I should put you in a Docker container. That's what I should do to you, Ian. We should Dockerize you so that I don't have to deal with file system stuff. And I've actually thought of doing that. It would be a fun little project to say, like, I'm going to Dockerize my project so that you don't have to actually run all of these commands to get it working. You can run, Docker run do thing, and you could get my neovim on your terminal and mess around with it without having to do it. But I'm going to so containerize you. Sorry, bro. All right, so then here's state. So we're going to avim fire NVim fire vim. I guess we'll do all of these, right? Dude, don't get me started. Rusty would be all up in our stream right now telling us all about how Nix would save everything. RF, what is it? Is there any cache? Oh, I see. This. Sorry, Ian, you're still going, man. Isn't this just thrilling to watch? Are you guys just so excited about how good this live stream is right now? I kid. All right, it'll launch. It is sort of satisfying on my end to do this. It's feeling really good getting rid of all these files. But yeah. Okay, Roman of truth. Let's kill tmx one more time. And let's go to neovim config. Oh, I'm dumb. Okay, we're not quite there. We are going to stow config should have invim and lazyvim. We see both. Cool. We're going to kill one more time. We're going to go back to the home directory and we're going to neovim config. It will install. You're funny, Ian. That cache will just keep you alive, huh, man? You're in my downloads folder if it means anything. I do need Lua line. Why was that there? Oh, it wasn't. Interesting. Okay, so we're off to a decent start. Detected an error. Did I have a typo here? It looks like I'm not quite there yet. So if I run this command initially, it tells me that snacks is a nil value. So I do need to work out a way to load this command, but have it wait for snacks to have loaded, right? And there's a lot of things that I'll have to add myself to get my workflow working. Okay, so this snacks global thing. Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. I actually want to make sure snacks is on. I haven't done that yet. Lazy. How do I actually say lazy setup? Is it down here? How do I say lazy.invim needs to be set in a way that lazy is always true? Documentation website. Installation. Do you remember where it goes, Ian? Where do I say lazy needs to always be? I know that I'll swap out snacks to not be lazy. But how do I? Oh, it's trying to do fun things over here. Don't mind me. I guess I'll just go to my I think I'll do sesh config. So we're going to do neovim config. And then we're going to right below it put lazyvim config. Yeah, so this is it was defaults lazy true, right? I can do that. So neovim config somewhere down here. We say defaults are true. And then snacks is going to be lazy equals false. And so now it works. Hell yeah. No, Ian, I've been doing lazy true already in my previous config. So all of mine are already mounted in a way that they should be. Unless I was overwriting some configs, but I'm pretty sure that Folk didn't. I don't think he has that set on true by default. So I'm pretty set. I feel comfortable switching to that. Cool. Hell yeah. Let's go. Oh, I haven't. The Kickstart ones, you're right. I haven't removed them all. Some of them are like LSP. But LSP, I would think, get signs. I see get signs on attach. So this is like buff enter, right? LSP and tree sitter. So I got to do all of them. So I might want to be mindful of turning that feature on by default. Which keys there? File type will, I believe, read it. You like to use these values? I do like the post event. But with like LSP config, I thought the LSP attach command would be doing the magic. Ah, now I see what you mean. Okay. So yeah, file type is good. So then this one, I need to do like this, right? Event buff read post new file. And then I guess I'll just go through these and yeah, buff enter. Copilot chat will need that. Copilot enable true events vim enter. Why is it vim enter? Oh, I see. My like formatting isn't even working. So, line, very lazy. Octo. I'm not using Octo yet, so I'll have to figure that out. Oil's working because I have it bound to a key binding. Snacks is lazy false. UFO is on buff read. VimTMux Navigator should be, oh, it's bound to keys and commands. So fun fact, if you set commands and keys, it will load it when the command's called or when the key is assigned. No, I had some sort of auto formatting already in here. It's probably a Mason thing. Mason was set up how? With these servers. So this guy needs to be assigned the LSP attach. Is it actually working? Yeah, LSP format would be doing this. LSP Lua, there we go. Huh. What's up, Pone? Pone Riders here. What's going on? I'm done soon. Glad you're here. We've been going for about 90 minutes. We built out a full get on custom neovim config from Kickstart, which has been pretty fun. I think I'm mostly pretty settled. I'm pretty sure that tomorrow when I start my workday, like things will just be going the way that they're going. I don't think I'll run into too many big problems. However, Ian, something to mention is when we do sesh development, I'll have to get Go set up properly. That may be a time to rethink some of that. Oh, hey, Conform is here. So Conform is what's going to be doing that. If I do this, yeah, Conform was there. So pre-write, that makes sense. But my get signs isn't working. Should I do this? And I actually really don't want that one. I want smart. I'm not convinced this is what we want. Pone, you should totally join Discord if you don't have Discord. I highly recommend it. So you can slide into my DMs there if you'd like. You can, I don't know if you've popped up on my X recently, but I don't mind connecting with you there. But yeah, Discord's the best. Just go to my website, joshmedeski.com. and click the Discord button in the header, and you should be able to join my Discord server. If you want to like talk privately, you can DM me, but I usually respond to those. But if you sent me something on X, I can also check my messages because I don't think I'm gatekeeping DMs for Twitter. Yeah, man, sounds interesting. Feel free to reach out. Yeah, there's my get signs. I kind of want to do some in-depth research, Ian. I'm always curious, like, what is the best way to do lazy.invim? And I know I have the other config, but it's not mine. It's in Kickstart/plugins, which I thought was interesting. And so he has these aren't even the way that I would set them up, which is interesting. Maybe I should contribute to, maybe I should be the one that contributes to Kickstart.invim and show people that like this isn't the best way to do it. You usually want to map using the keys. But there's something going on here that he's decided. Does he have his own configs public? I guess he would. I've actually not looked at it in a while. Repos. Dot files? His dot files. Oh, I've definitely started. Look at that. He's got 1,000 people. Nice. Now, to be honest, like, I guess I am the creator of Sesh, so people tend to like go to my Sesh config, and like that's a great way of seeing it because I am the one that has sort of the most cutting edge ideas on how to use it, at least for now. I'm sure some of you guys are going to start swimming circles around me with stuff like that. But with configs like this, I feel like he also probably takes a lot of time to set it and forget it. I don't think he has. No, he does. Neovim.files here. So he has a separate. Oh, /invim. There you go. So it's one of those things that last month he did update things. Chore update for snacks. There you go. So he's setting mouse scroll. Cool. His snacks, he's updating some values. Very nice. Yeah, this is probably good advice, Ian, to go dig in here and take a close look at folks.files. Oh yeah, and he does all sorts of stuff. Like VS Code testing. He also tests all this stuff, right? So a lot of what he ends up doing. And I like how he keeps it simple at the front. I probably will break mine out. And he's got all these snacks, debuggers. Amazing. I do want to learn to debug Lua better in the neovim environment. And then he's got some utils. Very nice. And then inside here will be utils. Our boy's a Lua expert. I don't know. I was comparing my README to his. So you just README here. And I was like, oh, cool. Must use languages. Look at this. It's all Lua, right? I recently updated mine. So mine is like a little bit different. Hey, these are the things I do. And these are the ways that I'm on social media. I am on Blue Sky now, by the way, if anyone wants to follow me there. And then I also borrowed his. But I'm a lot of JavaScript and TypeScript because that's what I do. But Go hasn't quite made this list. I don't know if it's like an aggregation of all of the languages that I use, because I have like 166 repos and they're all from my past, a lot of TypeScript and JavaScript. So it's funny to think that like this is like my career, not necessarily my active development cycle. But it is cool to see these numbers. So it's fun. I will probably spend a little time swimming through here. So he does stuff by topic. So this is like, hey, this is my UI stuff. This is my editor stuff. This is my LSP stuff. Oh, nice. Thank you for the follow. Conform, linting. What's he doing now? He's doing LSP config, yeah. As most of us are. And then he's got what? He's got, let's spend a few minutes scanning through this. Coding, comments, Copilot. Oh yeah, Copilot Lua, nice. Now this one, to my knowledge, is just a scripting library. GitHub. Oh man, it didn't work. It's for interacting with Copilot. Yeah, it's an interesting option. was using this for a little while. He's got mini. Look at that. He's got mini. Oh, GA. There you go. So you want some bindings to do the alignments. That's really simple. Incremental rename. We love incremental rename. Mini test. Ooh, I've never used mini test. Oh my gosh. Why do these balloons keep showing up? Oh, right. Wasn't this the misleading one? This isn't. Is this testing? Yeah, it is testing. One of these minis has a little bit of a weird name. Oh, I think it was AI. That one was used for alignment, right? Not for like artificial intelligence. Peak. That one's fun. Oh, look, he's got a little Dino task. Dino, let's go. His snacks. He has his binding. Ooh, debug profiler, nice. Oh, that jumps right to his to-do.md. What is that? Oh, it's not here. He must not commit that file. Around and inside, that's right. And those are useful. Those are so useful. Temp. Interesting. Tree Suitor. We love Tree Suitor. Here's all his languages. Oh my gosh. It's like my hand. It keeps thinking. QMK. Nice. Good old QMK. Everybody loves a good QMK. Plugins. Yeah, he keeps it pretty fresh and simple. I do like this way of organizing config. Maybe one of those things that I need to look at a little bit closer. Config. Yeah, I'd have to play around with this a little bit more and figure out why he does it this way. Cool. Well, this was fun. My little ASCII. Did you guys notice this? There's like ASCII floating behind me. Here, let me show you. Check this out. Hey, this is Josh. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk about neovim config. I hope you had fun. So I'm going to say what I always say. Go to joshmedeski.com and check out all my social links in the header. We have a Discord server where we like to talk about neovim all the time, pretty much all day. I feel like there's like a constant flow of neovim lately. We talk about terminal emulators. We know there's lots of good ones out there right now. I've been talking about video games a little bit because I have my own sort of personal hobbies mixed into the Discord server. So there may be something for you, 3D printing or stable diffusion or whatever. I always like talking about nerdy stuff. And give me a moment. If I hit a button, Feature, add plugins. Someone joins right now, they're going to be like, what is going on? So I pushed that code today for those that have been hanging out all night or afternoon, wherever you might be. You can go to my github.com/joshmedeski/.files, and you can find these neovim configs from this video. I probably will break this file up over time. I probably will think about making a neovim series. Speaking of TypeScript talks, everybody, TypeScript is here. Chris, I'm thinking of making a video series similar to yours. We just spent 90 minutes completely setting up a brand new neovim config because I was ready to go get rid of lazy vim. Perfect timing. No, we've already done it. So we've left lazy vim. But the video series, yes, I'll do the video series. It should be fun. Oh yeah, and look at this. This is an OBS filter. Chris, OBS filter. Kind of dope. But we got our silhouette over our ASCII. So now I'm just kind of gonna stare. So yeah, if you have a few $1,000s, we can dump some money into neural network training, and we can just dump all your videos. And you guys remember the IDE neovim to IDE series from what's his name? Great series. That was a fantastic series. We've got Greg. There's so many people I can name. We're just going to scrape all their datas, and we'll make ourselves an Olama language model that can just dump out a neovim config. Chris at Machine, that's it, Chris. Yeah, Chris's video series is great. So Chris, I think I'm gonna more Chris's. And we can't not talk about TJ. That's right. TJ's the person that created Kickstart, or at least he kickstarted Kickstart, and he's the reason that I made some leaps and bounds in my 2 hours or so that we were making a custom config. So we'll see how it goes. I'll report back on the Discord server and the neovim channel how it's going for me. I think I'm with you, Ian, that Snacks and Mini is the way to go. You can pretty much swap out most major plugins with one of those. And so we'll see how that goes. But thanks for coming, guys. This was fun. Bye, Chris. I'm heading out as well. I hope you guys have a good weekend wherever you are, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.